Alright, we're going to do a tutorial on how to put the brake on the Maxxum 125. This is just a pretty straightforward idea. So the skates do not come with the brake on it, but it does come with one in the box. It'll come in a package like that. So if you do want to put the brake on, this will show you how to do that. What you're going to need, you're going to need your skate, you're going to need your brake, which is going to have the support, the brake pad on it, as well as a longer axle, 2 spacers, and a screw that goes on the other end. And if you notice on this axle, it's a little similar to the ones that go in the normal length ones that go through the wheels, but it has a hole in it because it has threads that this screw will screw into. So you also need your tool, which is just a regular 4mm Allen wrench. Should be one in the box. If you didn't have it or you lost it or whatever, any 4mm will work, just like any other inline skate. Pretty much 4mm is the standard for all axles. So get started, you're gonna want to take your back wheel off. I'll say that this is the right skate. Same idea works. So if you want to put it on your left, most people put it on the right, but if you're left foot dominant, then this tutorial will still work for your left skate. Just apply it to the left. So you're gonna take your wheel off. You don't necessarily have to take it off. It'll just make it easier so you're not messing with it. So you look at this, see there's little like notches right in there, and where they fit is on this part of the frame. So there's little holes in the frame right here. So all that's going to do is you might have to pull it apart a little bit. It might be a little bit of effort, but it should be very flexible and it should snap right into place. And then you're going to want to line up the holes with the holes in the frame. So that's it. I mean, you're on it now. So all you got to do is put your wheel back in. So you get your wheel in. Stand this up so I can show it. Put your wheel in, and you're going to take your long axle. This is your longer one. This is the one that came out of the skate, and this is the brake axle. And if you see, the brake axle is slightly longer. So put this aside. You're not going to need it for now, but it's nice to have extra parts. I always tell people to keep your axles. It's good to have some extra pieces. So take your brake axle, the axle piece, this is the long shaft part, and one of your spacers, and if you see in the brake right here, there's going to be room for that spacer to fit. So spacer goes in, axle goes through your wheel, and what this is going to do is going to thread back into the frame. Okay, so turn that, get that to sit in the frame. Should sit pretty nice and flush. Give it a good turn. You don't want to crank down on it, but you do want it to be tight in there. Make sure your wheel spins freely. And then for the other side, all you're going to do is take your spacer again. This should be another spot on your wheel, on your axle, or brake, sorry. And you're going to put your spacer in there. And like I showed you earlier, that other axle has a hole in it for this little screw to thread into. And you're just going to put that in and tighten that down. And let's get that tight too. Again, don't want to crank down on it, but it does want to be snug. The wheel spins nice and freely. Looks good to me. And then your brake is in there, and I want to give it a little shift around. It's solid in there, ain't going anywhere. So that's how you do that. You put the brake on your Maxxum 125. Have any questions, leave them in the comments. Reach out to Rollerblade. We're always happy to help. Bye.